Hello, hi, it's Sharon here from EarthSong Essences, and today I'd like to share with you some information about an essence called Healing Grief. And this particular essence was made in the New Forest, not too far from where I live. And it was very interesting. When this essence was being made, I didn't know at the time it was for grief. It was an interesting process because it was made with plants at different phases of their growing cycles, including there was a speedwell plant which was in its fullness. There was harebell which was actually dying. There was a budding bracken just coming out like this, and there was also lots of different plants at different phases of the growing cycle, and it was also made near and within a prehistoric site there was a Bronze Age round barrow and the remains of a henge. So it was made on May the 2nd, 2011, and at the time I thought it was for connecting with the rhythms and cycles of nature, and that was very much the story that went with the making of the essence. And often when the essence is made, I will often get some of the story and then the rest of it could come later. But actually, it was a couple of weeks later, after the death of my partner, that I realised that the sudden death of my partner, actually, he died just a few miles away from where this essence was made, a couple of weeks later. It wasn't until I was actually arranging his funeral that I realised that what this was really helping with is helping with grief, not so much on a heart level, because my heart, as broken as my heart was, it was quite open, if that makes sense. But actually what happened to me was that my mind became very frozen. My mind became very stuck, and it was almost like it was jammed. And what this essence helped with and helps with, it helps us to relax our mental body so that we can actually move through grief. And the way it helps with that, it does actually help by connecting with the rhythms and cycles of nature. Because the thing that we seem to have forgotten about very much, and especially in our industrial world, is that this rhythm of nature is always playing out. We have, in the Northern Hemisphere, we have spring, summer, autumn, winter. And that cycle is perpetual, and each phase has its own distinct sort of experience. In spring, we have the beginning, the awakening. In summer, we have fullness. In autumn, we have the time for letting go. And in winter, we have the time for stillness and deep rest. And for some reason within our society, we seem to be attracted to be stuck in perpetual summer. You know, this we hear about growth, you know, everything, there's always got to be this growth, but actually that isn't actually how nature works. Nature works with that cycle of growing into fullness and then releasing and letting go and dying and coming back again. So this cycle is always going on. So what this essence helps with, it actually helps us to come back into rhythm with this cycle, and through that experience it helps us to find the process of letting go more easy on that mental level, and just helps us to move through our grief more smoothly. So there we go, Healing Grief from EarthSong Essences. Essences to help us come back in tune with ourselves, with each other, and the earth.